Everything happens for a reason, bro. Everything in life has a purpose. Nothing happens by quote unquote coincidence, dude. Even if it's negative, even if you didn't want it to happen at that moment, even if it doesn't make sense, it has a purpose. And it has a reason. You may not understand it now, but give it a few months, give it a few years. You'll understand why that negative thing happened to you. And here's a quote I love. Everything that happens to us in life is either to build us, protect us, teach us, or help us understand. Right? So when it's negative, there's a reason for it. Maybe that negative experience is years, like 2 years in the future, right? You'll then know how to operate around that. You'll then understand whatever happened in that situation taught you what you needed now. And if it's positive, good. But just remember, you can never, ever know everything in life. There is no person, no matter how much research, no matter how much they understand their life, that knows everything on this planet. That's why I always say to people, if it doesn't make sense for the path you're taking in life, keep in mind, by the path you're taking in life, I don't mean going to college because your parents told you to. I mean going to college because you have always wanted to. Or following your dreams because you want to. Get that out of your mind that, I'm going to do everything because this person told me to. Or because they're my mom, they know everything. They know more than me. They can tell me what to do. Because my bro said this way will work for me, I'm going to do it. Dude, no one knows you. Only person that knows you is yourself. You got to start listening to that inner voice. Because the more you listen to other people, on the way that they want you to live your life, the way that they see your potential, the way that they want you to do things, dude, you will never know what you want to do. You never know your full potential, bro. And as I said, everything happens for a reason. There's also a point in time you got to set boundaries with certain people that want to control your life. Especially if they're controlling your bank account, your finances, where you're living, all that kind of stuff, dude, you got to escape that. You got to understand this is your life. And everything in your life happens for a reason or purpose. So there's a point in time when people, helping you with their way will be beneficial to you. But once you're an adult, once you're in your 20s, you need to start developing independence, right? You need to start living in the way that you want to live, dude. So, as I said, everything happens for a purpose. It's not always, going to make sense, but it's always beneficial to our future and ourselves. So next time something negative happens, remember that it's for a reason, for a purpose. Because, again, it's all perspective, how you look at it, right? If you're looking at it the moment it happens in a negative way, like, why'd this happen? This doesn't make sense. This everybody hates me, or whatever you want to say, right? Then you'll never actually know why it happened until it's maybe too late. So it's perspective. Everything happens for a reason in life. Everything happens for a purpose. There's no coincidences. If the universe, God, whatever you want to label it as, gives you someone in your life that you may not like, but they start teaching you things that are beneficial for you long term, that's your purpose. Some people are meant to come into your life not forever, but for a season to teach you things you need to understand before the next chapter in your life, the next season. So it's all perspective, bro. Look at life as a never-ending learning experience. But make sure it's an experience that you dedicate. If you were to open a book, right, and you read that book from start to finish, and it's of your life, by the time you close that book and you end it, you've read everything. Would you be proud of your life? Or would you regret it? Because that's how it's going to feel when you're 70 plus years old. When that book is officially coming to a close and there's no going back. Do you want to look at that book and read it? Be like, damn, I ain't do what I wanted to do. I was always doing what people wanted me to do. I was always living life and what people said was correct. How's that book going to feel when you're 70 plus years old? Or maybe You did what you wanted to do. You followed your dreams. You achieved that millionaire status of success instead of settling for the scraps society gives you. And you close that book proud of yourself for everything you've achieved because you did what you wanted to do. Take care and God bless. See you in the next one.